Oh, we live. We live. And I really just came on here to answer some questions. Well, I already have the question. So, this one is, can you middleman local contracts? So, when it comes down to the conversation around being a middleman and like things like that, I usually try to steer clear of it. Because it can easily get misconstrued as like a get rich quick thing. And one thing about doing business with the government, it is not a get rich quick situation. Being in this space, it takes time. You have to do research. Depending on like what you will be providing, it takes money, it takes relationships. So when it comes down to like the conversation around, can I be the middleman in like in a contracting situation, the answer is yes, but they're not necessarily considered middlemen, right? Let's put it this way. So, and I did this previously, and it wasn't necessarily a middleman. I actually had a company that did pharmaceutical supply and medical equipment. And what we end up doing is, for some of the products that, let's say we didn't have them in our location, what we end up doing is partnering with another company who, if we didn't have these products, we can contact them. We had a good relationship with them. So we had really good terms when it came down to payment, because that's another thing. The government pays slow. They pay in arrears, which is at the end after they've received all of the money and everything. So, when it comes down to like being that middleman, it's something different in that situation. So back to the story. So what ended up happening is, if we didn't have the products available, we would go to that partner or supplier and get them to ship out the products that we didn't have available. But like I said, we already had the relationships with them. So in a sense, there's a middleman concept, but that's not strictly the reason like we started the business. We actually have an organization where we were selling different products and services, but we just didn't have that. So we partnered with another company and they would ship the products to the government. So I steer clear of that because sometimes people will think, oh, well, if I get in this, I can win a contract and I could just give 100% of the work out. You could essentially do that, but like, it's going to take time to win these contracts, baby. Like, it's going to take time for you to do the research. It's going to take time for you to learn how to navigate this space. But also, we talked about previously, if you don't have a niche, if you don't have a focus or industry focus, you will have no idea what you're doing. So the answer in short is yes, you can. But it needs to be a business. You need to be operating this full time. Like, if someone also asks me, can you do this? Sorry, y'all. I have this timer on social media, so I do not stay on here all day. So that was it, letting me know that I reached my 2-hour mark, because I really only give myself 2 hours. But it takes time for you to get these contracts. And when I first started, it took me 8 tries to get my very first contract. And that's with, prior knowledge of how this space works and how it operates. But I say all of that to say, do not get caught up in the idea of like being a middleman on a contract, and not having to do any work for it. You gonna work for these government coins. Oh, somebody said only 8. Don't say only 8, because I was discouraged. Okay, I was hurt every time I did not win a contract. Like, I was to the point where I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. Like, it like I said, it does take time. So don't get caught up in the idea of, oh, I'm about to win a contract now, I'm about to middleman all this work out. It happens, but it don't happen like that for everybody, right? Some people get lucky. Some people get really lucky. Somebody said, I think it took me 50 it took you 50 lamb times. No, listen. But when you hit that one time, that's it. You like, okay, I'm in there because now you feel more confident. You feel, I'm bothering this neck thing, but you feel more confident. You feel like, okay, I got this, and now you see your ability to make it happen. And then of course, because you have that contract, you use that same contract and you leverage that to go to another agency. Hi, we're currently doing business with the city of St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm over here talking to the city of Tampa. This is what we're currently doing for them. This is how the results are going. We would love to see how we could support your organization in achieving these same goals. Like, boom, that's it. That's how you do it. You leverage the work that you already have. And that also includes like corporate space as well. So when it comes down to corporations, even working with nonprofits, I think on EYL I spoke about a contract that we had with the Urban League to teach. We taught 3 courses. Like we taught 3 courses for 3 days and did some coaching, some consulting work, and that was a contract for $10,000. Use that same contract to what? Go to another organization. That's how you build up off of your pricing. Like, and also, just thinking about that. I'm getting off topic, but either way, I came up here to talk about the middleman method. But personally, I do not teach that. That's not something that like I specialize in. I focus on working with businesses who are in a space and they're ready to scale, right? That's what we do. Like, there are a number of different consultants out who can help you in different areas. And there could be some tips and tricks that they know that I don't, because that's not that's not the way and manner that I wish to work with the government. Not like, a quick contract here or there. Like, I'm in this thing for the long haul. Like, my next goal right now is working on like an extended contract with the state of Florida. I'm actually actively bidding on one right now. So, I say that to say, for me, I do not teach middleman method style of contracting. There are other consultants who can help and support with that. I focus on working with the businesses who are in a space of where they're getting ready to scale, where they're ready to scale and they can do business with the government because they have that capacity, right? So, yeah. And then also be very careful with that, like I said, because that line between like middlemaning contracts and like, what is it called? I don't know. I guess I would say, I'm not gonna say like a pyramid scheme or no shit. It's not a pyramid scheme. I would say it's very close to like a get rich quick scheme. Let's put it that way. Like, this is going to take you a little bit of time. It's going to take you relationships and things like that. Now, someone said pass through. Okay, that's a different conversation. So, and I know it all sounds the same, but it's not. Like, a pass through entity would be, a pass through would be that example that I gave in the beginning, where I have a company and I needed to partner with another company because I didn't have that product or that service in our warehouse, right? That's passing through. That's okay because you're actively working and operating in that space. The line is very, very thin. That's all I had to say. I think I had another question that was along the same lines, and someone was just basically saying they're interested in the middleman business with government contracts, but they're concerned about subbing the contract out 100% because they don't want to get in trouble legally with the entity. That's another thing. Some agencies do not allow third party, they do not allow like third party, like, I guess, brokers. They don't allow brokers. Actually, the federal government doesn't even necessarily allow brokers either. But think about it in that aspect. You also have to look at what the requirements are for all of these different organizations that you may be going after. If it's federal, state, or local government, it could be different. So, yeah, I say all of that to say be careful out here. If you want to get into this space, it's going to take you actually focusing and narrowing down. We talked about before your niche. Also, it's gonna take some time. You're gonna have to research and figure out this space. So, long and short, there we go. Just be careful. I'm gonna stay for a little bit longer because I know I probably got some questions. Hey Terrence, I see you. Yes, she just said that too. Some solicitations have restrictions against subcontracting work out. Yes, definitely that too. Some won't even allow it, but there are others who are okay with it. So you just got to be careful in terms of what it is. And some people will say, like, you know, we're gonna go after this contracting opportunity, but yeah, they'll go after this contracting opportunity, but don't know a thing about the industry, about the work, about the job. How you gonna price these people? Like, how you gonna do all of that? So, yeah, Terrence said, hey, Big Keg. Just in case y'all didn't know, I go by Big Keg. You know, I'm, but yeah, okay. That's it. I will be saving this live for later. Okay, somebody said, I was going to save this. I'll probably cut this. I'll save this live, cut it, and then put it. Damn, I hate that it do this. I shouldn't have went live. I should have just recorded as a video. But somebody said, what if you are just getting started and you don't have a niche? Let me tell you, I think I said this before. The best way to figure out what to provide to the government is identifying what you can provide, period. Like, what can you do? What products or services do you have access to? What do you currently do? Start there. What do you currently do? Or what products or services do you have access to? And I say that like same example. I spoke about this story initially, but do you have like a family member, a cousin, a relative, or someone who actually has a company that provides some type of products or services that you would be able to tap into? Like, the focus is identifying what you can provide to the government, not just, oh, I want to sell to the government. That's a lofty goal. Everybody want to sell to the government. I want to sell to anybody. I mean, I would want to sell to anybody that's spending over $1.4 trillion a year too. I want that kind of client in my life. So keep that in mind. Like, figure out what you can sell. What value can you provide? That's the focus. Value. What value can you provide to these agencies? So think about the work that you do currently at your job, right? What are you doing at your job? Y'all can drop some questions in here. I'm creating a thingy for this, so you can drop some questions in here and I can answer them. I'm also excited for all the new people that we have in the academy. I'm scheduling our monthly calls this week, so I'm excited to actually like meet everybody and have conversations with them and really identify like where they are and how we can get them to that next level. So I'm super excited about that. And for all of you who message me after the fact because you missed the sale, listen, you have 48 hours. You had 2,888 minutes. Don't come for me. Do not come for me on that one. Somebody said I should have put 11:59. I was like, no, midnight mean midnight. That's what it means. Okay, I guess y'all don't have any more questions today. Uh-oh. We have a black-owned residential construction company. Are there any opportunities? Okay. So, it's funny that you asked that because usually people always only think about construction when they think about government contracting. Like, literally only think about construction. So, of course, there are opportunities for construction companies in the government contracting space. What type of work do you do? like, I mean, I know it's construction, but what's the specialization? Like, do you specialize in, you know, I don't know. I don't know a lot about construction, but I know, like, you can do buildings, you can do roads, like all of that stuff. Residential, there could be some for different, like, housing authorities and stuff. You could check into that. Yeah, you can check into, like, different housing authorities. I assume that there would be some for some residential, but I know for a fact that there are commercial spaces. Actually, you know what else? Residential? Military. How do I ever forget this? I was in the military, but we have, like, you know, homes and stuff on base. That's another option. Okay, someone said, I just started a tech company. Do I need more certifications? What does your tech company do? Like, is it more of like a web design and like things like that style? Or is it like super deep IT, like security stuff? If it's something like that, the answer is yes. But if it's more of like web design and development and stuff, you'll be fine. Someone says, are there contracts for notaries? The answer is yes. Oh, you said you already have your cage code. Okay. Yeah, for notaries, the answer is yes. There are contracts for notaries. I'm a notary too, just so you know. Notaries unite. Being goofy. But yes. There it is. What about logistics? Does your father pull any? Actually, my dad just started his trucking company, so he's been doing loads and stuff, but he's still in the process of getting like some stuff situated in terms of like just his paperwork and stuff. But you know, as soon as he get ready, we will definitely be on them contracts. And there are contracting opportunities. I saw an award like 2 days ago when I was on a coaching call with someone, and I think it was like $2 million for them to do some work, and I think it was in Chicago. Don't quote me. You could always go to sam.gov and look at it. But yes, there are opportunities for logistics companies in this space. Cleaning construction homes for showcasing. So there's a ton of new development in the government area, in the government contracting space. So yes, you could definitely do some work. Cleaning in general, just yes. Someone said, is it possible to become a prime without any government past performance? Yes, you can. So and it really just depends on that particular contract. But if it's something that's set aside for a small business and they're looking for a small business to do this, yes, and you can be awarded as the prime contractor on that particular contract. If it's something like a massive project, like something extreme, 10 times out of 10, the answer is no. But if it's a small business project and you just getting started, yes, you could definitely become a prime on that. Oh yeah, the video paused, but I just answered your question. But yes, in the meantime, I only popped on to answer that question. I really just needed the video so I can share it for later. But yeah, so that was really the question. Look, yes, 10 times out of 10. I have to let you know. I got to keep it. What that means, I got to keep it G real with y'all. Like, I have to. But yeah. And there's another thing coming up. I'll be going live tomorrow on Wednesday. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, I'll be going live tomorrow on Wednesday with the one and only global leader, because we are cooking up some things as well. Like I said, it's a lot of different consultants in this space who work with businesses, And one thing I do enjoy is the fact that we can, you know, work together across the aisle. Like we can collaborate on stuff. So I'm super excited about that. And of course, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, because the Government Coins podcast will be launching in September. I want to tell y'all who's gonna be on there, but I'm not gonna do it because I'm gonna wait until my partner, my co-host, my girl, look, Chrisley, we actually have some time to like share this stuff. So yes, and thank you for subscribing. There are some old videos on there. If you had a chance to check out those old videos, I talked through some stuff on there, and they're like an hour long. That's when I was doing Free Game Friday. And Free Game Friday, it was cool for a little bit, but I just felt like maybe there wasn't enough direction there. So yeah. So that's it. That's all of that. And I look forward to catching up with y'all later. And I will be also, make sure you keep an eye on my story, because I know some of you may have some questions that you didn't get a chance to like drop in the chat, and then also some questions that I didn't get a chance to answer, Grandpa Kenny. But yeah, I'll be posting on the story like a question and answers, so that way I can continue to do like question and answer updates with you, to make sure that it's really information that is being shared that will help you. And yeah, so this is a quick question, so I will do it. We do offer consultations. And there's someone okay, Scott, he just joined the academy. I'm gonna bring him on. How do I do that? I've never done this before. Wait, how does it work? I'm trying something, guys, so just bear with me. Yes, we also we offer consultations. Oh, okay, he declined. Never mind. So someone said, what can we expect with your academy? Yes. So Gully Academy is really training videos where I walk you through the different steps of the things that need to be done. So from identifying your NAICS codes, applying for your DUNS number, how to figure out what government agencies at the local level to work with, how do you like navigate and find contracting opportunities. I'm working on a lot more videos for writing proposals, different certifications. I think we have the Woman-Owned Small Business Certification course in the actual platform. I'm working on the Veteran-Owned Small Business Certification. I will be doing the Department of Transportation as well. Super excited about some updates with them. So I'm working on the Department of Transportation certification. I am also working on a micro purchasing, like a focus on micro purchasing, how to develop and build relationships and go after no bid opportunities. So that one, and then anything else that like after we have our first, we're just starting this, but do monthly calls with the students in Gully Academy. So that way, you know, we're updated on the things that are going on, and I am actively creating content and information designed to help the people within the academy. Like, one thing about it, and I've said this before, like, I am heavily invested into the success of the businesses that I work with. 2 reasons. One, the money is out here, and if you are taking like that first step to at least get started in this space, I don't mind spending my time to help you, right? Because that shows the level of seriousness that it takes to do business, right? So if you're serious about it, I'm serious about helping you. That's how it is. And then of course it helps both of us. You get the money, and you know, I get to be happy that you got the money. I get to tell people I helped you get that money, you know, like that type of stuff. So, and then also like because it takes time away from like me bidding on contracts and stuff, I need to have people who are serious about doing the work. So yeah, that's long and short of it. And we'll be doing monthly calls. So we'll have group sessions monthly. So yeah. That's it about the academy. Someone said government website. I have no idea what that is in reference to. If I missed it, let me check. Yeah, I have no idea what that is in reference to. Can you pin the government contract website? Like, you mean sam.gov? As sam.gov. Is that what you're talking about? Or are we talking about something else? Okay, someone said, when should we reach out? That, you know what? The link is in the bio. Like, all you have to do is go to the bio. There's a section that says Gully Academy. You click on that link, and what it'll do is take you to the website, and you can read more through the website, and it'll talk about what you'll get in the academy. Because in addition to the training videos, there are access to like resources. So some people may not know, but if you're going after a certification, and there's documents or paperwork that you don't have, that's fine. You just need to submit a letter of explanation. So like, it's things like that in the resource center where you can download that letter of explanation and, you know, change it and update it with your information to submit with your packages. Or we have a capability statement generator. So in the resource section, there's a link to actually go to the generator and a code for you to use the generator for free. And then also some examples of capability statements in there. We're adding in some more resources. So that's another good thing about like having a calls monthly and engaging more with the students. That gives me an opportunity to realize like what information I need to put in there. So that's another one. And I think that's it. Like, I think you're talking about sam.gov for the government contracting website. Same website you register with is the same one you'll find federal opportunities with. For state and local governments, it's different. Yeah, for state and local governments, it's different. It really depends on the agency and what software or service that they're using. And yeah, so it really depends on that agency. You got to figure that out. And that's state and local governments, universities, colleges, all that good stuff. Make sure you, another platform, we actually partner with them. It's called Procure Now. You can go on there and you can see contracting opportunities for free. So that's another thing. So a lot of these agencies, state and local, use like different platforms, and sometimes they can be very expensive. So sign up for Procure Now, and you can see contracting opportunities on their platform for free. You can also see those same contracting opportunities for many of the agencies on our platform, but belay my last. We're gonna talk about it right now. If you are starting, does it help you apply for small awards? How small? Help me. What do you mean, like small awards? Like, you mean like micro purchases and stuff? Because we will be doing a video about micro purchases. But yeah, it. She said she came in when you mentioned something about $2.99. Yes, so the academy, access to the academy is, listen, it's only $299 per year. That's per year. This is a one-time payment. Next year, if you want to achieve the goals, you're going to achieve the goals. But next year at that time, if we updated some new stuff and you still need to have access to it, it's going to be $2.99 once again. Unless we increase our pricing, that's what it is, and that's what it's going to be as of right now. Okay, someone said just registered. It took 10 days to get approved. Then to get the cage code, do I go to the department? No. If you registered with SAM and it's been approved, you should be assigned a cage code. And you should check your email. You should be assigned a cage code if you just register in sam.gov and it's been approved. Now, if you just received like an email that said we received your application, there are different steps that it has to go through in order for the approval to come through. So if you got an email that said you were approved, then you are good. You just go in there and figure out what your cage code is, but also it should be in that email, that approval email, if I ain't no bad mistake. It should be in that approval email. So it says, can you give us your take on trucking field with this new? Ooh, I can't do that. Listen, I have someone. We have a guest who will be on Government Coins, who will be speaking directly about this new infrastructure bill that is coming out. I'm talking about a government employee. I'm talking about someone who works for the Department of. I ain't gonna say what it is, but yes, make sure you subscribe to we will have someone coming to speak directly to that. I'm so excited you asked about it. I'm really excited about what's about to come with this podcast, y'all. Just registered and Sam. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so boom. Just registered. I love the introduction. Okay, so boom. This is me. Real conversation. I love it. Just registered in SAM. Currently working on a minority owned and woman owned certification. I own, look at me. I own a non-emergency medical transportation business. What other certs before working with you? Baby, you do not need those you don't need all these certifications to get going. You just need to be registered, and you need to be you just need to be registered, and you can get those certifications because, like I said, they do provide value, and you have the opportunity to go after contracts with a smaller pool of businesses that you'll be competing against. So I'm not discouraging a certification. I'm just saying you don't have to wait until you're certified to start getting started in the process. And then someone said, oh, she said, I want to make sure I come ready. So what else do? Oh, that's it. We good. Like we good. We're good where you are right now. So that way you can get started. How long does it take to get those certifications? It varies, but usually it can take anywhere between 6 weeks and 4 months. Some have taken a lot longer. Like if it's like, 8A, sometimes that will take a long time. I don't have the 8A yet. I do plan to go after it, but that one can take a long time. Like a few of them can take a long time, but for the most part, 6 weeks to like 4 months. Sometimes you can get them quicker than that. Like with the state of Florida, I think I got my certification in like 2 weeks. But it just depends on, if you have all your documentation and paperwork in place and you submit it in a timely manner. And then also like how backed up they may be. They could be busy with like a number of different certifications, and they could also not be busy with a number of certifications. So long and short, that is that. Yeah, I definitely appreciate y'all engaging with me. I never really get on live like that because I don't know. I just don't. But but I appreciate y'all engaging with me. I appreciate having like the conversations, the questions, because they really do help a lot. And I think I'm gonna end it there. What's today? Yeah. Oh, and also, like I said, tomorrow I'll be going live with global leaders. So if you have some questions that didn't get answered today, pop in tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. I'm getting real fancy. I'm on live every other day now, huh? I know they certification state that they have to visit and inspect your physical location. Okay. Oh, why am I reading it like that? The minority-owned certification stated that they have to visit and inspect your physical business address. Is that true? So, again, state and local government certifications have different requirements. If that is what it says on that government agency's website, the answer is yes. If that is the requirement. Like I live in Broward County, and they do have a requirement. We don't have a minority owned business certification. We have a small business and a county business enterprise certification, and they do require to like an inspection of your physical address. So it depends on that agency and what those requirements are. There are multiple certifications for minority-owned businesses. It just really depends on what agency you're going after. It says, does your program direct us specifically to contracts that involve highway construction based on the new bill? We don't have that in our programming as of now. But through the conversation, I'm gonna figure out how, like, our conversation with our guests, how we can get access to this information to be able to share it. So the answer is no, but we're gonna put a pin in that because it might be yes in a few weeks. Somebody said my boy Global. That's right. Yes, yes. So oh yes, that there's Austin the business Austin business coaching. I see you. How are you? What is I just Can you help getting disaster relief contracts? Yes, so that is through FEMA, and that's another thing. You'll still need to be registered in SAM. You'll still have to follow all of those same steps and requirements in order to go after those opportunities. So you still will have to follow the same steps, get registered, and all of that good stuff. So yeah, that's it. Long and short, yes. Is there a problem that my LLC is a home officer now? No, no. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I don't know why it took me so I don't know why it took me so long to register that question, but is it a problem that my LLC is a home office for now? No, you can have a home-based business. There is nothing wrong with a home-based business. And don't let nobody tell you there's something wrong with the home-based business. The least amount of expenses that you have for your business initially, let's put it that way. Because later on, when you start making all that money, then you want to have some expenses. But keep it low right now. Keep it low. But you could also always get a virtual office too. Like, wait, let me take that back. Not a virtual office, because it has to be, you could say, a co-working space. Let's put it that way. Because when you are applying when you're registering with the federal government, and they see a number of different businesses that are registered at that address, they start to ask questions because they don't want it to just be a virtual office most of the time. So they will ask. Also, two other reasons. It becomes confusing when you have to identify what businesses are doing what work, and then they also want to make sure that they're keeping track of the businesses that are owned by other businesses. So long and short, they don't like the virtual offices, but it could also be a co-working space. It's a co-working space. Let me just scratch that. Take back everything I said. We ain't gonna worry about it. This was my question. Co-working space. Co-working spaces work for physical addresses, for a physical address as well. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Nothing wrong with having a home-based business. And co-working spaces work. Virtual offices do not work. Because they will ask you a question. They will ask you, like, is this a home-based business, a virtual office, or a co-working space? They throw that virtual office in there to trip you up. But just know they do not mess around with virtual offices. But yeah. Okay, what time is it? 3. I got a meeting at 5. So I got a little bit of time. All right, well, I'm still gonna head out. But it was good checking in with y'all. If you missed the beginning of this video, I will be posting it to my feed as well, so you'll be able to see it. So no worries. And that's it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna head out. I'll talk to y'all later. And that's it. If you missed it, don't worry. The replay will be on the page. That's it. And if you see this, share this with somebody, because I've been getting a lot of people viewing the content, but not like a lot of people engaging with it. So I need you to share it with people that you think will definitely benefit from this information. Somebody that you know that has a business that can get into this space and they are ready to scale and grow. All right, I'm headed. See y'all later.